Hello and good morning, everybody. My name is Amber, and I am talking to you here live from my living room. Actually, this isn't my living room, this is my dining room. Just kidding. From globalmunchkins.com, and we meet here every Tuesday on Facebook at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to talk about the world of family travel. And today I have an awesome show for you. I have flights from LA to Paris and Amsterdam for under $450 round trip. I have cheap flights from LA and San Diego to Orlando, Phoenix, Minneapolis, Detroit, Atlanta, all for under $200 round trip. I have some insanely cheap week-long vacation packages with flights and accommodations under $700 a person to Bali and Paris, guys. So please, please, please stay tuned. Tag your friends that you want a vacation too. That way they can get these awesome deals. That's definitely what we're going to be talking about, but you're going to have to wait till the end to get to that. Before we talk about our awesome flights, we're going to be talking about an initiative by the Coca-Cola company called the 5x20 program, and it is absolutely amazing, and it's a total passion project for me to be able to support women around the world, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that also, because I'm going to tell you about my ties to Ethiopia and why these types of programs matter so much to me. So like I said, guys, my name is Amber, and you can find me at Global Munchkins on Facebook, Twitter. On Instagram, I'm global_munchkins, and you can find me on the web at globalmunchkins.com. But let's get into it. So, Ethiopia, those of you who know us know that we have 3 biological children and 2 adopted. So my son Shay was adopted from Ethiopia when he was about 3 or 4 years old. And Ethiopia changed me forever. Like, I will never be the same person after stepping, feet on that ground from the very first day, first seconds that it happened. I remember looking back, I used to be scared to death to fly. Me, I write about travel now. We travel all the world with the kids, but I was scared to death to fly. And I remember going through the adoption process and knowing, that my son was in Ethiopia, and there was options. You could have your child flown to you, or you could go to Ethiopia with your child. And I remember at first when we started the process thinking, there's no way I'm going to this, developing country. This is a third world country. There's no way I'm going to travel there. And as the process went on, it was like a 2-year process to adopt from Ethiopia. I realized and kind of fell in love with the idea of going to Ethiopia. And so we boarded that plane in April of 2010. It was me, my husband, and my son, Camden, who was 7 years old at the time. And, got all our shots for Africa, and we boarded that plane and we went, not really knowing at all how Ethiopia would impact us and our lives forever. But as soon as we stepped off that plane, I can remember the smells of Ethiopia. I can remember the chaos of the peoples and the cows and the donkeys and the roads. And what I remember most, and the feeling that I think will never leave me, is the pit in my stomach when I had to come to grips, like right there, with the fact that I was born into this incredibly privileged life. And these people, my brothers and sisters, across the world, they were just born in Ethiopia. There was nothing I had done that made me deserve what I had. And that feeling of just like emptiness inside, it's never left me. It hit me hard that day and it never went away. Our first trip to Ethiopia in 2010 was really chaotic because we were bringing our son home. And so it was filled with adoption. But when I left Ethiopia, my heart stayed there, like a huge chunk of my heart stayed in Ethiopia. And I knew I wanted to return. Didn't really know how I was going to do it. It's not the cheapest thing to fly, across the world. So, time went on, and it turned out our son's story kind of unfolded. And his adoption process, and what we were told, and then kind of what ended up happening was very different. And as years went by, we found out that he had biological siblings and family members still in Ethiopia. And my husband and I said, okay, well, now that we have this information, if he ever asks to go back and visit, we are obligated. We're going to have to do that. And in 2015, beginning of the year, around Christmas, I think, he asked. And as soon as he did, I knew that there was just, like a Mama Bear came out, and I knew, like, I have to get this kid to Ethiopia. He's got to see his birth relatives. And so, I mean, I don't even know how it all happened now, but, we had an investigator, and we had, friends that had traveled. And so we hired people to make sure that his family was still where we had, the paperwork said that they would be. And they were. And then we took a chance. My brother hopped on the plane with me and with Shay, and we headed to Ethiopia, October of 2015. And we reunited Shay with his birth mom. He had two gorgeous, amazing sisters, an older sister and a younger sister. And, and that trip to Ethiopia was different because this time we were visiting, women's ministries, and, I wanted to find out how I could help, because I told you that pit in my stomach, I like, you just feel like you have to be able to do something, even if it's just the smallest way to contribute. And so in Ethiopia, we visited, like I said, all these women's co-ops and ministries. I talked to, handfuls and handfuls of women in Ethiopia. And then we had this experience with my adopted son's birth mom and my adopted son. And I don't even know why I'm saying adopted son, just so you know who I'm talking about, like you wouldn't anyways, but my son's birth family. And looking into their eyes and just that thought of, like, they were just born here. Like, that's it. Like, these little girls who are so incredibly kind and compassionate and smart, their future isn't what ours is here in America, and so I vowed to make sure that in our lives that we've kind of reshaped the way that we do things at home, and it's because of these meetings we have. It's because of all the conversations I've had with these women in Ethiopia, then having this relationship with my son's birth family, and knowing that these members of my family is how I feel about them, that they need our help, and there are ways, like, it's very easy to just say, okay, that's over there and that's their problem, it's not our problem. But it's also really easy to just say, hey, you know what? I can do something. I can help that little girl. You know what I mean? And if it's one or if it's two or five, whatever, you can make a difference. And that's why I'm so excited to have partnered with Coca-Cola to share with you their 5x20 initiative, because we as consumers have choices every single day. We get to choose where we spend our hard-earned money. And I choose to spend it with corporations that have programs that make a difference, whether it be, in the lives of women entrepreneurs around the world, whether that be, a company that does something with inner city kids, you know what I mean? Like, research the companies and the corporations you're supporting and make sure that they are doing their part. You know what I mean? They are taking your hard-earned dollars and they're doing something that you feel good about with that money. Because why not? If you're going to spend it, you might as well spend it somewhere that's helping other people, right? I mean, great karma, if nothing more. So let me tell you a little bit about Coca-Cola's 5x20 initiative. I promise we're going to get to those flights, but it's really important to me that you guys know about this awesome program. So they have been enabling women since 2010. That's when the program started. They are working with over 60 countries worldwide so far. The reason it's called 5x20 is they're trying to empower 5 million women entrepreneurs by 2020. And as of 2015, they've helped over 1.2 million women entrepreneurs, which is pretty awesome, but clearly they could use our help. So what does it do? What does their program do? Well, they help to train, they help to mentor, they have designers come in to help, these artisans learn how to go to market, to help them with designs, designs that will sell. So Coca-Cola has been doing all of this, also helping with women being able to finance their businesses. And they've been doing that in over 60 countries worldwide. And these women, I mean, they are so creative and so resourceful. They're literally taking things that we would throw away here in America, and they are making them into these beautiful artisan hand-made pieces. So let me share with you some of them. This is a purse that was made by a woman in Brazil. It's made out of recycled PET plastic scales. Can you see that? And it's hand sewn together to create this adorable purse, right? Super trendy. And it's similar. I think they got the inspiration for the design from a fish. I'm going to kill the way it's pronounced, but it's like a pique or a piaque fish in Brazil. So it's supposed to be like the scales of the fish are these awesome scales. So that's one of the bags by the 5x20 program. Another one is this really awesome bottle cap, Coca-Cola bottle cap. I think they say it's a purse. I think it would be like a super cute makeup bag, right? I love it. That's so cool. The details are so awesome. Anyways, this is another one you can find in 5x20. This was made by a woman in Turkey. Then they also have jewelry. So this is so cool. So this is actually bottle caps. I don't know. Can you guys see? Those are bottle caps from a Coca-Cola cap, and they were made into this bracelet sewn with different elastic fabric, and it's literally just the elastic and bottle caps. And this was made by a woman in the Philippines. Super cute. They come in different colors. Then, of course, I love Africa, so I am in love with this super cool giraffe. This is made out of recycled Coke cans, right? You can see that. But guess what? This that they tied it together with is recycled telephone wire. I mean, seriously, how resourceful, right? So you can get this giraffe also in the 5x20 program. And then there's this adorable flower, right? Lasts a lot longer than, the flowers that you buy in a bouquet. And this was made by a woman in Mexico. So there's all these awesome programs, right? You can find all of these products and so much more. The website is https://buy.sharecoke.com 5x20. So I'll put that link in the comments, and that way you can just link over. But if you just research 5x20 program Coca-Cola, you'll come up with a shop and you can go and support all these women. And tomorrow is International Women's Day. So what better day to, share this program with your friends. It's hashtag 5x20, share the program, talk about it, and support, all your fellow sisters that are out there around the world that were not born into amazing circumstances like we were, where we get to choose what we do for our future, but, do something for them today. And I'm going to be sharing a lot more about this post, about my ties to Ethiopia, about my son's birth sisters, all tomorrow in a post. So check globalmunchkins.com tomorrow for the post about Coca-Cola's awesome 5x20 program. Also, I would love you guys if you guys could share the post. I'm going to have posts on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. And if you could share the post, tag your friends, let them know about this program, I would really appreciate it. Like my husband says, my passion for these types of projects, my passion bucket is overfilling, so it's overfull, and I could definitely use your help. So if you guys could share those posts, that'd be so awesome. Now, I promised you guys I would talk about some really awesome flights because I know that you love traveling and you love traveling with your kids. There are some really awesome flights still. And if you have not booked a spring break trip, I'm telling you, it's still not too late. Or if you're looking for an early summertime trip, you can go and fly from LAX to Amsterdam for only $446 round trip. The same price, LAX to Paris. So LAX to Amsterdam or LAX to Paris. And there's other departure cities. I'm just, LAX is my home base. So that's where I fly out of. But the link that I will give you, you can look up where else you can fly out of as well. But like I said, LAX to Amsterdam, guys, or Paris for $446 round trip this April or May. So I will leave the links for that. Then there's also an amazing flight. I know I've talked to you guys before about my love for Bali. It's one of my favorite, all-time, hands down, favorite destinations. There are flights from LAX, San Francisco, and New York to Bali, round trip for only $504. And you guys, when you get to Bali, it's hecka cheap. So, I mean, it's $504. You get over there, your meals, you're like, full big meal, amazing local craft beers and desserts and appetizers. It's like maybe $12, $15 for a couple. Me and my husband had these incredible experiences in Bali. We had a private beach with two butlers, like private butlers. They drove us out there. They made us this gorgeous picnic. We'd go in this ocean water. We were all by ourselves, come out, and they'd have like, a beet quiche for us and some champagne and some ice water with lemon. I mean, incredible experiences. That was $100 for the two of us. And it was like a half-day excursion. So if you guys can get yourselves to Bali, let's see when they are good from October and November. It's on Philippine Airlines. And like I said, $504 round trip, guys. Don't pass that up. You will kick yourself if you don't take those flights. There's also some local flights. So within the United States, there's LAX to Orlando and vice versa, only $195 round trip this spring. So hit up Disney World and Universal. It's really nice weather over there. It's excellent time to go to Orlando and $195 round trip. You can also go to Phoenix before it gets too hot. My tongue is tied. $69 round trip from LAX to Phoenix, and that's March through July on American. You can also fly to Chicago from LAX for only $121 round trip. I know that's one that's definitely on our list. We have not been to Chicago. I have friends that travel blogger friends that live in Chicago that say it's fantastic for kids. So that's another really awesome one. That's April to May, so another perfect spring break. They've been having like epic weather. I don't even think they've had a snowfall in Chicago all winter, so beautiful weather over there. You can also do San Diego to Atlanta, Detroit, or Minneapolis for $214 round trip. March through May on American. So I will leave, again, all these links will be posted in the comment section. So you can just click over and check out all these awesome flights. Now, if you don't like to put together and plan what you're going to be doing, I've got 2 vacations for you. Under $700 per person. You can fly. It's with flights, with accommodations, with transfers. So you can do 8 nights in Bali, Indonesia for $675 a person. Like I said, with flights, this is from LAX or New York. It's 4-star accommodations and transfers in September through November. You can do 7 nights in Paris for $662 per person. That's with round trip airfare and a 4-star hotel, April through October. So if you have not been to Paris, and it is amazing, it's amazing as a couple, it's super amazing with kids. So those are some really, really awesome vacations to hit up. Either, Paris for spring break, or in the fall, head over to Bali, Indonesia, one of my favorite places. So that is kind of wraps up our family travel chat live here on Tuesday, March 7th. Like I said, I'm super excited about Coca-Cola's project. Make sure that you guys share these posts with your friends. Check out 5x20 by Coca-Cola so you can get these awesome products. And if you guys want to win all the products that I talked about today, so the giraffe, the bag from Turkey, the super cute bag from Brazil, if you want the bracelet from the Philippines, and this cute flower from Mexico, I'm going to be kicking off an Instagram giveaway, and you could win all of those products. So if you know a Coke lover, make sure that you head over to I just cannot speak today. I am so sorry. Head over to global_munchkins on Instagram and enter the giveaway. It will be posted in about 1 hour. And make sure you tag your friends who might want to win some of these awesome Coke products that help our women sisters all over the world. So I think that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If there's something you guys want me to talk about, a destination, how we do cheap flights, how we afford travel with kids, how we travel with kids, not go crazy, just leave a comment and let me know what it is that you need help with regarding family travel, and I would be happy to add it to our schedule. Thanks you guys so much. Have a fantastic week and happy travels, everybody. Bye-bye.